Whereas what happened was the executive council was backed by the nominees of government. Would have been packed because that's what 65 allowed that to happen because everything was abolished. So there was a misgiving that if you pack the executive council with nominees of the government, what happens to the character of the university? So in this context, there is a misgiving in many Muslim minds, whether rightly or not is a different matter, that the special character of Aligarh is likely to be violated under the new arrangement. Shri Chagla has been a judge and you, sir, also have been in that elevated position, and you know of the judicial maxim that justice should not only be done, but it must also appear that it is being done. It is the government's responsibility to show Muslim opinion all over the country that this apprehension is wrong. I know that Shri Chagla is right insofar as he is trying to put a real secular democratic complexion to Aligarh University, but if this misapprehension has arisen in the minds of many people, about all of whom we cannot be sure that they are reactionaries.
When your lordships are on that page, if your lordships can see the initial part of Mr. H.N. Mukherjee's at page 1312. One page possibly is missing, my lord. We'll place it when our turn comes.
1312. Yes, it's there.
No, one further page. Anyway, I'll point out.
Just since we were on this, we are reading at 1312. Which part do you want us to read, Solicitor?
The initial debate, my lord, initial speech, or my lord, initial address
It's there.
of Sri
right
H.N.
there.
Mukherjee.
1311.
Yes.
1311 is also there.
And
On the
Raja
left side.
Mahendra Pratap Singh have all been brought up in Aligarh.
Sure.
Besides, Aligarh is not merely a foundation set up by the minority community. It is a foundation which the whole country has taken to
Fine.
its heart. And that is why today we find so-and-so non-Muslim students and so-and-so foreign students in Aligarh. The reputation of Aligarh is not merely the responsibility of Muslim community. The reputation of Aligarh is something which the entire country has got to look after.
I agree
This is
entirely.
precursor to entry 63. But there is one more passage we'll place
That's not good.
when our turn comes.
Read that portion, last portion at page 313.
Last portion is 1313.
1313.
Yes.
For that purpose.
For that purpose, I want Mr. Chagla to reiterate more emphatically some of the assurance he has given and to seek to remove persistently by repeated effort the misgiving which continue in the minds of many Muslims in our country, all of whom I am not ready to brand as reactionary, that this legislation is going to hurt the Aligarh institution and to hurt the interests of the country. And Mullahs, there is no doubt, Mullahs, that this institution is not just for minorities. It is founded by minorities. It's for India. It's all encompassing. We are at the moment, whether it was founded by the minority or not, that's the question. In fact, if your lordship looks at this page, kindly see 1311, kindly see the last two paragraphs. We have swallowed a bitter pill, the principle of nomination, because government could have nominated. And all that kind of thing, the exclusion of representative of teachers in the court and the executive council and so many other items into which I need not go, but we have swallowed a bitter pill only for the time being so that the regular medicine follows a little later. I wish also to say that it is time when we discuss a matter of this sort that Muslims and Hindus and all, we remind ourselves of the role of Aligarh Muslim University in the context of the composite culture of our country. Aligarh has been a symbol cherished by Muslims, no doubt, more than any other people in India, but it is cherished also by the rest of the Indian people. In the traditions of Aligarh, there have been many bad things, no doubt about it. Good and bad are mixed together as far as the traditions of Aligarh are concerned. So, Mullahs, it represents composite culture. It is founded by the minority. It's an institution of excellence. There's no doubt about it. But Basha says...
Only one interjection, only one. Something is missing, and therefore. You have placed on record the proceedings of the Parliament, Lok Sabha, dated 3rd September 65.
Yes.
And 6th.
Yeah.
There is one proceeding before that, that is 2nd September, the day prior,
Okay.
which I have quoted, my lord, in my written submissions, verbatim, at page 111.
Okay. But read
that-
it so that I'm also sort of educated.
I'll read it and it's in 111 of my written submissions,
if you read it.
which I believe should have been placed.
Yeah.
Lord, your lordship gets my written submissions, page 111,
Volume 2B.
volume 2B, I'm sorry, volume 2B,
2B.
page 111,
You're referring to which date, Mr. Mehta?
2nd September
2B.
65. Lord, what is placed is from 3rd September.
No, we'll see 111. I've got it.
But there is one which is missing, my lord. I am sure inadvertently, but this is what.
Have you placed the 3rd September inadvertently, not placed it?
2nd September.
Have you placed 3rd September inadvertently?
Yes. We placed everything.
Yes.
Please. Speech by Justice retired MC Chagla, then Education Minister. Your lordship gets, my lord?
Page 111.
Yes. 111 at the foot.
I'll just see it.
I'm sorry. I'll wait till Mr. Sybil finds.
No issue at all. Yes. Now,
Speech by Justice retired MC Chagla, then Education Minister. My submission to this House is that Aligarh University has neither been established nor is being administered by the Muslim community. It is not a minority institution in the sense in which Mr. Anthony suggests. That is Frank Anthony. I will give him the reasons. You had first the Muslim college which was founded by Sir Syed Ahmad. Sir Syed Ahmad has asked the British government.
this is entirely contrary to what he says, Malad, on the 3rd of September,
Can't contradict what he
for which we
said
have the
there.
debate.
He is introducing the bill as an education.
One second.
Anyway, my lord, I'll in my
Is it
turn.
not entire?
Do we have the entirety of the discussion of the 2nd of September? Where is that?
We will place it, my lord. We have quoted it, but we'll place it.
Have you quoted the 3rd September? And 6th September?
It's on record.
Maybe
No,
inadvertent.
it's on record, therefore not quoted.
I see.
This was not on record, therefore it is quoted.
Right.
But I'll place it, my lord.
If it's on record, it's on record. Then on 2nd September, it's also on record.
Second,
Anyway,
it's not
Malad,
on
we are
record.
not concerned with this. Malad.
It's a small issue, but if we look at it that way, but 2nd September, according to me, is an important piece of, my lord, parliamentary debate, which is not on record. I'm not, my lord, imputing any motives. That's all.
Well, your lordship notices Chagla says quite the opposite on the 3rd of September. And he is the mover of the bill also. So how does it take the matter further? I was only indicating how the reference came about, Mullah. So I'm just only for that purpose.
See, when did the Indo-Pak War break out in 1965?
5.
We'll check up and see, my lord. Often it may not be an accurate statement.
I think.
Both of us will check up and see.
Hi, Mr. Chagla says in the 3rd September that we are in a situation of an undeclared war. That part which he says.
Undeclared war has continued from beginning till date, my lord. But I'll check up, my lord, what is the context in which he says.
Because that sheds some light on the purpose of the amendment then.
Correct. That, in what context, my lord, it was? We will check up, my lord, and we'll correctly assist you.
Mullah, in fact, the council, the executive council was 100% non-Muslim.
It's on record, my lord. This,
100%.
my lord, I'm sorry.
That was the fear, that you are changing the whole character. They were then reduced later to only 3 to 5.
My lord, we have placed on record the entire debates, my lord, with our documents, my lord. That is, my lord,
It's okay.
2F. It's not okay. You can't miss one important page. So, Lord, it is page 224 to 365.
I say, we shouldn't get into all this. The court has to decide whether it was founded.
Only saying you can't selectively place the parliamentary
Have you
debates.
quoted
That's
the
all.
September 3 in your note? You haven't.
Sybil, at the end.
What's the point of all
At
this?
the end, Mr. Chagla says, I say that this institution was not established by the minority, nor is it being administered by the minority community. That is the legal position as far as Article 30 is concerned.
Yeah.
So it appears the position of the then law minister, the Minister for Education,
Yeah.
was that this was not an Article 30 institution.
Correct. And the government defended that position in Basha. The government defended that position in Basha. Correct, Malas? Then came the 81 Act, and the government is not defending that position. Malas, if there's a parliamentary, that's why I made that comment yesterday. If there's a parliamentary act, government has to defend it. It can't say no. We're also defending the Act in 65. Once you make the Act, Malad, you change it, you will have to say. What choice do you have? Even the minister has to say. If we move a bill, Malad, as a minister, we'll have to defend it, no? And we are moving the bill saying that the Executive Council can be nominees of the government. And if they are nominees of the government, Malad, then the whole character of the of the institution goes. So the minister has to say this. So that doesn't answer the question. The parameter, why and how it is a minority institution has to be judged on the parameters of the law laid down by this court.
Yes.
When opinions of court can be wrong, certainly opinions of ministers moving a bill can be wrong, Malad. I mean, there's no sanctity to that. The sanctity is to the law and to the constitution. That is why, Malad, because of these provisions, it was challenged. This 65 Act was challenged and upheld. And Mr. Daftari argued for the government, saying that it is right. Surely, Malad, the minister's contradictory opinions can't be the basis of a judgment of a court. That certainly is settled law now.
Right. You can't quote one part and not.
No, you're right. I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing what you're saying. You will read the other part and I will read this part, right? Yes,
Placed on
that's all right. It is already on record.
It's not on record. We have placed the entire thing on
I
record.
see, but you haven't quoted it.
Anyway, let's
Send it as you haven't given it to us.
No, it's there in volume 4F.
We don't have it.
4F.
We don't have it. It's not uploaded.
It's there in the common file. Your nodal counsel has it. 4F. Let him say it's not there. They have it since then, since long.
No, Malas, kindly let's move on with the
Yes,
matter.
That's
Yes,
the better way. That's the better.
Our debate is not in question. I'm just trying to give the Malas, let's go back to what I was saying, Malas.